The tragic last night of Ayse Sultan in the Ottoman palace. In the silent chambers of the imperial palace, as the moon casts its final light on her tear-stained face, Ayse Sultan faces the end she never imagined. Once adorned with jewels and praise, she is now stripped of power, separated from her children, and betrayed by the man she once called beloved. This story unravels the heartbreaking final hours of a mother who lost everything, except her voice. A farewell whispered through locked doors, carried only by the wind and the weight of a shattered heart. Join us for an emotional journey through love, betrayal, and a mother's last goodbye. In the opulent halls of the imperial palace, beneath the golden domes and whispered politics, one woman's destiny takes a dark turn. Once a favored consort, now a disgraced figure condemned to exile, or worse. This story unravels the emotional final hours of Ayse Sultan, separated from her children, betrayed by love, and clinging to the only power she has left, a mother's farewell. A difficult labor nearly claimed Ayse Sultan's life. Midwives feared the worst, but by dawn cries of a healthy baby girl filled the chamber. Yet the joy was muted. This was not a son, the heir the Sultan yearned for. In the world of dynasties, gender could seal a woman's fate, and Ayse knew her life was about to change. The palace buzzed with speculation. Had the baby been a Sizade, perhaps Ayse could have regained the Sultan's favor. But a daughter, though beautiful, was not enough to soften his fury. Whispers spread. Ayse was no longer safe within these walls. The sorrow of childbirth merged with the dread of punishment. As life was born, death loomed nearby. A member of the royal family, Ayse Sultan, had passed unexpectedly. Her gentle nature and warm heart left the palace in mourning. Ayse, already in grief, now stood surrounded by loss. She feared the omen, birth and death, hand in hand. Children rushed into the room, eager to see their new sister. Laughter briefly replaced sorrow. Keskerkekol Sayed, said one, we could have played together. But they embraced her regardless. This fleeting moment of innocence reminded Ayse of all she stood to lose. The Sultan chose the name Ismihan Kaya, a blend of strength and grace. The court praised the choice, but Ayse sensed a cold distance in his eyes. Her daughter bore a powerful name, but would she grow up with a mother at her side? According to custom, baby Ismihan was handed to a Suchan. Ayse pleaded to keep her child close, but tradition won. She won't even see the rock she was named after, Ayse murmured. It was the first cut, the first goodbye. Ayse was summoned. In the grand hall, the Sultan spoke without anger but with finality. You will not die, he said, but you will leave. Amasya awaits. Exile. Not execution, but to Ayse, it felt the same. The sentence cut her off from her children, her identity, her life. Falling to her knees, Ayse begged. Don't separate me from my children. I've paid the price. I've learned. But her words fell on ears hardened by betrayal. Her tears, once capable of melting the Sultan's heart, now did nothing. Word spread. Ayse had committed treason. The palace's chief physician declared her a threat to the empire. Like all traitors, he announced, her punishment is death. Orders were signed. Upon reaching the first station after leaving Istanbul, she would be executed. Not even exile would save her now. An old enemy appeared at the gates. Everything you lost because of me, she sneered. Ayse, once proud and fiery, was reduced to quiet fury. One day I will return, she vowed, and reclaim what you stole. But time was no ally. Ayse confronted her once loyal guard. Did the Sultan sign my death? She asked. He avoided her eyes. Silence was her answer. Then it's true, she whispered. Even her last protectors had abandoned her. Hope dwindled to a flicker. She defied orders and left her chamber. "Let me see my children one last time," she said to the guards. To her surprise, the valid sultan gave permission. The doors opened. Her little ones waited, unaware that this was goodbye. Ayse gathered her children into her arms. "No crying," she whispered. "We'll meet again." She painted for them a paradise, endless meadows, wild horses, a sky full of stars. A place far from sorrow, far from this cursed palace. Her voice trembled, but she smiled. "Is it beautiful, Anne?" asked Ahmet. "Can I ride horses there?" Ayse nodded. "Of course, my Sazade. No one will catch you." They believed her because she had to believe it too. A mother's lies are often kinder than the truth. Ayse stood one last time in her chambers. "You gave me pain, betrayal," she whispered to the walls. "But I gave you love, and children." She packed her heart, her memories, and left behind the palace and the man who shattered her world. As the carriage left the city gates, the sky wept rain. Somewhere beyond, the first station waited, her execution site. But Ayse did not cry. She cradled the thought of her children, her Janet Hayali, and whispered to the wind, "One day, perhaps, they'll know I loved them more than life itself."